welcome back. Welcome to another video. I feel like I'm basically starting this YouTube channel over again because it has been so long since I have picked up this camera and vlogged, and so much has happened, and honestly that's why it's been so long. So I believe the last time that I vlogged, I just looked, was back in like March. And literally, like, my life is completely different, but I keep picking up my camera to video, and I'm like, it just feels wrong to be like, let me take you through my day, when, like, you guys are like, what the hell, like, where are you, who are you, what's going on in your life? And I sat down to record update videos. This is probably attempt number 7, and I'm like, there's just so much. So, one, I want to say I am going to be vlogging consistently. Like, I have the capacity to do that now, and I will make it a priority because looking back, like, you guys are my family, and it may feel like we're strangers at this point, but YouTube is where I've really, like, grown and felt like I could share everything. I don't mean, like, grown, like, oh, built a following or anything like that. I just mean, like, I've grown up on here, and if you guys go back and watch my first videos, like, I've literally shared so much, and I don't want to lose that, and I don't want to lose, like, the openness I'm able to have, because for me, like, that's what social media really is. It's, like, connection and being able to share my journey, because I know how much it can help, and I know for me sometimes, like, I'll just watch YouTube, and I'm like, I'm hanging with my friends, even though I have no idea who they are, and, like, you guys are my friends. So that being said, it is Wednesday, September 29th. I cannot believe it's almost October. I'm in Austin, Texas. This is, you guys have not seen this. This is my loft. It's my little apartment. And what I did is I asked on my Instagram, because I have been very active on Instagram. It's really the only social media platform I've been using, but I was like, will you guys just ask me questions about my life and I'll answer them, just so we can kind of have a little bit of an update, and then, like, any other things I'll just kind of update as I continue to vlog. But it would be super helpful if you could comment, share, like, subscribe, get this channel back going, and let me know in the comments what you guys want to see, because that'll just give me some direction. And, you know, you guys might want to see, I feel like I just, like, vlogged and did, like, full days of eating and stuff before. Let me know if you guys still like that. I love vlogging, if you want more educational stuff, whatever. I'm just gonna dive right into it. I'm probably gonna bucket a lot of these questions because there's, like, a few main categories. So, ooh, I like this one. Biggest change since you've uploaded your latest YouTube video. There's a lot of big changes. That is exactly what this video is going to be. First, like I said, I am in Austin, Texas. So I moved here in the beginning of July. And like I said, it's now the end of September, so it's been a few months. And guys, I love it here so much. Like, so much. And I never really talked about why I moved, and I get asked a lot, and, like, I loved San Diego. Like, so much happened in San Diego. This whole YouTube channel happened in San Diego, right? Like, I recovered from my eating disorder, I graduated college, I had a corporate job, I started my business, then I started alignment. Like, so much happened in San Diego. But sometimes, I don't know if any of you guys can relate, you just get this feeling where it's like, this chapter, like, needs to come to an end, and I just felt kind of, like, stagnant. And I don't think you can, like, run away from problems, and I didn't have any problems to run away from, and I think that's almost like how I knew it was time to leave, if that makes sense. Because I was like, there's nothing I'm, like, running away from, I just need change. And I had visited Austin a few times, and honestly just, like, felt such a pull, almost like I felt initially towards San Diego. So that's probably been the biggest change, is just being in a different place. And I'm gonna see if there's any other Austin questions. But how long do you see yourself staying in Austin, and what's your favorite part of living there? So I don't know. I haven't been here long enough to be like, oh, I'm gonna raise a family here and be here for the rest of my life, or if it's, like, just a couple year thing or whatever. I love it here though, like I said, so definitely a few years, and I mean, you never know what happens down the road. Like, I think an end game, I want to be by water, not in California, or by the mountains, and my family lives in Colorado, but right now my brother's gonna be stationed in the military here, and my sister lives in Dallas, so they're super close. And I have so many amazing friends and stuff here, and I guess that kind of brings me into what's my favorite part. Everyone is so, it's just a very different vibe. Like everyone, like obviously I love my friends in San Diego. This is about like people in general. Everyone is so nice. Like you just walk everywhere and it's like good vibes. And in California, it almost felt like everyone is just kind of like in their own lane, like a lot, like everyone thinks there's somebody, and it's like, yo, we're all just like little people on this big planet, you know? So I think that's been a really good thing, and there's just so much to do. Here, there's like outdoor stuff, there's city stuff, it's such a foodie place. There's like so many different places to go exploring, so much music, stuff like that. Like I'm so busy, and I think I have like a bigger bucket to pour from too because I live alone, which leads me into my next question, which is how's the apartment decor coming along? I moved into a 2-bedroom with a loft, and it is just me, and I'm not gonna lie, it seemed really nice to have a lot of space. It'll be good to have more space. I thought a lot of people are gonna be coming to like visit and stuff like that. And I do, like I have actually, my friend Hannah's coming tomorrow, but it's a lot of space. So I'm actually thinking of moving in my complex to a smaller unit, but just with pricing right now, like smaller units are more expensive than like my big one. And I'm like, well, it would just be nice to like save money, you know? Like who doesn't want that? But apartment decor is coming along well. Like I showed you guys my office, my bedroom's almost done. I like went at it for a couple months, and I've kind of been slacking recently. Like my guest bedroom literally is like a bed, and that's it. So, you know, it's all good. Maybe I'll do an apartment tour. Let me know if you want to see that. What are your fitness and non-fitness goals in the next year? So, I guess let's update you on my nutrition because I did get a lot of questions about this. I don't even remember what I was doing in my last video. I haven't tracked, honestly, since I left San Diego. I've not put a single fucking thing in my fitness pal. Like, I eat intuitively, okay? But I'm also very mindful. Like, I've been eating in a slight surplus. I just, after my eating disorder and years of competing, my hormones have been all kind of fucked up. And I've really just been working on that. I've definitely gained weight. A lot of it's not even like food related. It's just like my hormones in my body and my diabetes, like figuring all of that stuff out. So I've just kind of been letting my body do its thing. As far as like fitness stuff goes, I've definitely been eating in a slight surplus, but I'm kind of thinking that, and I don't know, I'm feeling it out right now. I'll keep you guys posted. Let me know if you'd be interested. I might go through like a legit growing phase because like I like having a goal. I don't want to compete. But like going to a legit growing phase, honestly, I think it's really valuable for a lot of you guys to see. And then maybe like doing a small cut going into summer, just to like push myself a little bit. But I really just been like living it up, basically, like slowly growing from, I would say like March until now. But yeah, I was like loosely tracking, and then I was kind of like, just like stopped. I was checking in with Will at the time, and I was like, sorry, I didn't track this week. So, but yeah, I have been feeling really good about my nutrition, and so I'm just kind of deciding if I want to like keep that up because I like that, but I also like just want to push myself without doing anything super drastic. So I don't know. A non-fitness goal, I don't know. I have so many. I honestly just really want to continue building what I've already built as far as like alignment, my relationship with myself, my social life. Like I just want to continue to create and build this life that I started building, if that makes sense. Do I have any daily non-negotiables, things that I do every day no matter what? So I actually just did a post on this. So for me, there's like, it was like 5 daily habits, and these are basically non-negotiables for me. So eating my nutrients, that's a big one, even if it's like my greens. I feel so much better that way, and I've really just been focusing on like feeling good, getting in well-balanced meals. Even if I'm eating out all day, I will have carb, protein, and fat, just because again, that like helps me feel good. I wouldn't call that non-negotiable though. That's when I kind of like fall off sometimes, like traveling and stuff. Other ones are my gratitudes and affirmations. I prefer to do my full morning routine, but I will always do my gratitudes and affirmations, some form of movement. I will always make my bed, and I will always wash my face before bed, always. How do you still go out so much and stay on track because it would still be a surplus? So, no. And if you follow along on my Instagram, you know I do eat out a lot. Like I said, Austin's a very foodie city. But you can still be mindful, right? So if I'm going out and I'm gonna have a big ass meal, I will, with like a ton of carbs and fat, right? I'll focus a lot on like protein and micronutrients throughout the rest of the day. I also, when I go out, just because I get a big ass plate of food doesn't mean I eat all of it, right? So I built a lot of trust in my body in terms of like, okay, I'm gonna eat when I'm hungry, stop when I'm full. So yeah, just because you're eating intuitively and eating out doesn't mean you're necessarily eating in a surplus. Like if you have the education, you might be in a surplus one day. That's not gonna like make you blow up, right? And I'm not doing that every single day. But when I do eat out, I'm like mindful the rest of the day, just knowing what my goals are. No. How has your diet changed since you stopped tracking macros? So I would say I'm just like much more in tune with my body, honestly. Like, I think also just like being in a different routine in a different place, like I have a lot more like food variety and stuff. Not that I was like, didn't want to eat certain foods, it's just like you get in a routine. And I also have like, I used to like pretty much always eat 5 times a day, like literally since I was a kid. And recently I've been eating like 4 to 5, maybe 6 times. So like my meal times kind of vary just because it like really depends so much more on like my day. Like I'm really just like fitting food into my day rather than like, oh, I have to hit these numbers, so I'm gonna kind of like revolve my day around that. So yeah, I've just been like a lot more, I guess, like flexible, but that's kind of that. And then and just like kind of like incorporating different foods, but I still eat like a lot of the same stuff. I still eat very well balanced meals. I still approach my nutrition in a very similar way. But yeah, I would say like the biggest change has been I kind of like usually will eat like 4 times a day. And then the big one, which I'm assuming is probably why a lot of you guys are watching this video. Are you living with your boyfriend? Are you still with Will? Did your boyfriend move in yet? Spill the tea about your breakup with Will. Are you still dating Will? You and Will, question mark? Are you still dating Will? Your boyfriend. Are you still with Will? Are you still dating Will? No, I'm not still dating Will. And I feel like, here's the thing, guys. I don't like hiding anything. Like, I really don't. I wish I could just, like, come on here and, like, say everything. But it's hard when a situation involves another person, obviously. And not only another person, but someone else who, like, has an online presence. Like, that's so, like, not my place. But no, we are not together. We broke up a couple weeks after I moved, and a lot of people are like, oh, did you break up because of the distance? Like, maybe a little bit initially, but not anymore. And I know it can be fun to like hear drama and stuff. And there's really not that much drama. Like, one thing I will say is like Will and I are 2 of the least dramatic people ever. So there's that. But yeah, no, like I'm doing good, and it's obviously been like a long time. It took people a while to catch on because like neither of us shared that much of our relationship on social media, which I'm really, really happy about. But yeah, so no, we're not together. He's not moving in here. I think he might still move to Austin. Not totally sure. But there's that. So those are all my updates. Again, let me know what you guys want to see. I don't want this to drag out too long, so those are like the main questions. Austin, moving, how I eat, how I train. But as always, comment, share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss another video. Love you, and I'll catch you in the next one.